Hello, and welcome to today's interview with President Jackson Carrier and Vice President Megan Jensen. I am Madison, a journalist from the Hive, and I'm going to be asking these two questions about our city. We all know that the Hive has amazing sources of public spaces, but here's the basic information. Our city has 1.5 million people and was founded in 2116 when a group of engineers came together to create an innovative city. We are located off the coast of Perth, Australia, where there are large tidal changes, which accounts for most of our clean energy. The temperature ranges from 15 to 32 degrees Celsius with an average rainfall of 35 inches. The name the Hive was chosen because of the hexagonal shape where all the bees work together to better the hive. Alright, let's get started. Why is our city more futuristic than others?
Our city has many futuristic forms. Our city has many futuristic aspects, including our forms of transportation and our city structure. We all know that public spaces are crucial to any city's survival. Because of our city's design, it has allowed us to optimize the power of space. Without a place for our citizens to gather and meet people, they could become unhappy.
What are some forms of transportation in your city? My favorite form of transportation is the AirPod system, which is located on the outskirts of East Home. They are made of plastic, a strong form of recycled plastic that has small holes in the surface that pumps up jets of air. That is powered by tidal power, and it allows the cars to levitate above the surface.
Some more forms of transportation are the hydro loop and the water canals. The hydro loop has stations that go all around the city, and as well as stations that go to the mainland. The hydro loop works by there are magnets inside the tube, which causes the hydro loop to levitate. The hydro loop is located inside a vacuum tube, which causes no friction. And with no friction means more speed. So our citizens can get from one place to another really fast. Our water canals are located in between all of our cones. Our citizens travel in solar-powered water vessels to get from cone to cone.
Why is your city organized in a honeycomb-shaped structure?
There are 100 cones measuring 2 square miles. One cone can comfortably support up to 10,000 people. Each cone has residential and commercial zones, along with other needs such as revolutionary public spaces. Each cone is organized into a superblock. The superblock contains residential and commercial buildings with center plazas, parks, and walkways, uninterrupted by roads and parking spaces. This is the GO cone. The GO cone has our industry and factories on it. The GO cone uses tidal currents to move around the main island and pick up people, waste, and supplies.
I love superblocks. They allow me to live, work, and socialize all in the same place. But what are some job opportunities in your city? Personally, I love being a reporter, being able to interact with people like these two.
We have many job opportunities in our city, including in health, city commerce, city services, farming, fishing, and education. Our main job opportunities are in engineering though. We have structural, civil, and chemical engineers. Some other jobs are in city services, protection, and health. Because we are located on the ocean, our fishing industry makes up a huge part of our city's economic commerce.
How do you provide clean water and food to your citizens?
We produce our own food and grow a variety of fruits and vegetables in our center plazas and fruit gardens. We strongly capitalize on our seafood industry. Our chemical engineers have produced super meat, a man-made meat that decreases pollution and the amount of space needed for livestock. We have an advanced desalination system and rainwater collection for pure water.
How does your city dispose of trash and waste safely?
Our waste management system includes a sewer system that cleans without polluting ocean water. Most of our materials are recycled, reused, or decomposed. The GO cones are specifically designed to sort, recycle, and compost trash produced by the island. All other materials are sent to the city Futron, our ingenious city from last year, to rocket the trash into the sun and incinerate it.
What are some forms of clean energy in your city?
Our city has many forms of clean energy, including wind, algae, hydrogen, solar, and tidal. Our wind turbines are located throughout the city on every hive. And we have algae plants that are located on the coastline. The algae plants collect the algae that is rich in biofuels. Our engineers have invented tidal power that harnesses the power of the ocean and its tides.
Brownfields, unnecessary plots of land that take up space, are a major problem in many cities. They take up land that can be used for productive public spaces. How do we fix public spaces, brownfields, and gray fields?
We have fixed this problem by moving all of our industry out to the go cones. This frees up space for citizens to go about their everyday lives. We have innovated the way that people get to work by their jobs coming to them. This reduces the needs for massive amounts of transportation, like highways, and reduces the amount of pollution. So our citizens can live happy, healthy, and stress-free lives.
Parks and green areas convert carbon dioxide into fresh air. Paired with our innovative transportation system, the Hive has reduced pollution and created a clean and enjoyable city. Relaxing, dining, and shopping, all done in the center plazas, can help with citizens' happiness. The sewer blocks make the community come more together and become more of a family than people just put together in one spot.
There could be a few trade-offs to the layout of the city, though. People may not feel comfortable living in high-rises or apartment buildings. Some people also may prefer to drive their car instead of walk inside the sewer blocks. We don't consider these major drawbacks, though, because of our public spaces for socializing and interacting outside. Thank you for your time today, President Carrier and Vice President Jensen. I think it is obvious that the Hive is a wonderful place to live due to its innovative public spaces. Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll probably start with our, two mandatory questions we can finish, and so we'll start with those first.
Did anything you learned about engineering surprise you?
We learned that when you have to take power, it'll interact with the water. That was one of our main concerns, that it would interact with it, would not work, and the other sources of power would be contaminated. Also, that the structure would not work. It wouldn't be supported all the way around.
And then the other mandatory question, you kind of covered it, but I gotta ask it. How are your city's public spaces innovative and futuristic?
We have the sewer block system, which opens up a lot of space in the community and really makes it more of a family. So this system was imported into Barcelona, Spain about 3 years ago, and it's reduced the pollution by 15 to 20%, and also the citizens' BMI rate has gone down by 20% with all the exercise and everything being in such a close range for you to walk to.
And we based our houses off of La Boca in Argentina.
So does everybody work on out here, or?
No.
No.
Okay, so they work within the pods too?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, this is mainly our industry, but then we have shops, restaurants, bookstores, libraries, all that inside the city. So that way, if they wanted to work locally in their hive, they could.
And some fishing, if you like to fish. Also, some of the people who power the energy, like the
We also
industry.
have the red buildings on each one of the cones are our police, fire, and hospitals, where then people can have jobs as well.
Are each of the colors exactly something color is that?
All the red is specific, but nothing else is. It's just colorful.
We just wanted to make it pop.
So the green vegetation, is that where plants are being grown, crops and things, or?
Yeah, the green is like people's backyards and parks, and people can relax and dine and have a time.
These are the main center plazas, though.
And in the center, we have trees for peach trees, apple trees, mango trees, and then you have berry bushes, grapevines. You can grow many assortment of vegetables and fruits
And people can go pick them.
to live a healthier life.
So are the AirPods more for public transportation or private, like
private.
you have your own needs?
Yes. Also, some of the canals are private and public. The ones that go in the center are more public, but you can have them on the side, those are the private ones.
And we have ferries going to all the different hives at any time of the day.
Does each pond have a shipping yard to receive?
Well, mainly the outer pods would receive cargo from cargo ships and more of the larger vessels, and that would all be shipped into the more center.
What materials do we use to make this?
Keyboard keys from computers. We found this in, where was it? It was a mascara tube top, actually. These are also the keyboard keys. The grass is actually from last year. Bought a big roll of grass
And then
these left
these
there.
are the tops of mascara.
Yep,
Um,
spray painted green.
You spray paint them green and then just add a little color for the fruit.
We also have mirrors that we put stickers on for our solar panels, and these are actually off of a computer motherboard.
And so are the boats for the canals, those are all computer keys too.
And then I just found all these screws and various
Put 'em together.
cabinets. These were all part of the same set. It was a door hinge, but I
And these are-
modified it.
And these are also mostly from the motherboard and computer parts.
Of course, paint, and then we needed to plaster, so it would make it look more like ocean textures.
And then these are burners for like camp stoves or ovens. Yeah.
Can you tell us more about how you made your moving part?
They're made from the Hot Wheels, and we had to like fix the direction of them. We used a simple motor, batteries on it. Yeah, we do it.
The moving part took a lot of trial and error because on the bottom we have a Hot Wheels. Hard to control the direction of where the pod goes, and we had to keep constantly fixing that so it'd go in the right direction and hit these. And we have touch sensors on them, and touch sensors, there's when it's pushed, when it hits this, it hits a button on the sensors, which tells the motor to change direction.
There was one time when we had the wheels, they would just screech along. Then we finally ended up fixing it, and we found that the glue came off. And it was just dragging along.
Who did the programming for?
Our mentor
Our
helped us with
mentor
that,
helped us.
but me
Okay.
and
We
my
put it
other
together.
teammate Tyler modified it to get it to go in the right direction, but I built it.
How big of a team do you guys have?
9, they're all back there.
Yeah, big sport group.
I forget, did you say what scale this is?
This is
1 inch equals 200 feet.
So I think it's 10,000 people per pod.
Yes.
You could attach more cones on the outside as our population grows, because in the hexagonal shape, there's always more room.
You can always expand it, and then you can always bring these out and move them out to expand.
What was the hardest part out of all of that whole entire?
The moving part. Definitely the moving
Or
part.
the plaster,
The
because
plaster.
that broke, I think, 3 times.
We
and every
fixed
time
this
we had
one
to
a few
redo
days
it.
ago, actually. We had to redo it.
So, okay, I'll do a little backstory of plaster. So we had 1 layer all done, and that corner was from last year off the old model.
Yes.
But we covered it up, kind of.
Made it look better.
And then about a week-ish later,
That
it
part.
was too thin, so then
That
this
part
like
broke off.
entire part broke off. And then about a week later, like, I keep saying later. Okay, later, this part broke off. And then this part over here somewhere broke sometime.
We had to fix it.
And then we used the entire bag of plaster to
Yeah, we
actually get it to stay.
And this actually moved farther before we got here, but this string that's pulling it actually broke 2 times.
This
Right
is
out there.
snapped Right out there.
But it still works,
10
so it
minutes.
still counts.
Yeah.
Still works.
Good job, guys.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.